The revolution will not be financed by your oppressor. It never was and it never will be, and we need to be clear about that. I'm humbled by the invitation, and I'm humbled that they thought enough of me to bring me here and give me a few minutes to make some remarks. Just 2 months ago, I took a group of Africans from America, American Africans, Americanized Africans. We were at Ghana, and we visited Kwame Nkrumah's shrine, and we visited the W.E.B. Du Bois Center. In studying the history of Pan-Africanism, you're going to study the history of a great movement, but you're also going to study the history of a movement that still has some unfinished business and some unreconciled ideological strivings. Within the Pan-Africanist movement, I represent the Garveyite wing of that movement. And I will speak to you as a revolutionary Pan-African nationalist because that's what Garveyites are. We are not integrationists, we are not multiculturalists, and we are not accommodationists. This is important and it must be stated. When you deal with Garveyism, to be clear, you're dealing with a movement that puts the needs of African people first. We are our #1 priority. We do not, and this is the protocol of the Garvey movement yesterday. It was the protocol of the Garvey movement when I was its Minister of Education. We do not form permanent alliances with any organization, and definitely not any other race or culture. And the reason it is in the policy of the Garvey movement not to establish permanent alliances is no other race of people has ever proven to be as interested in the African as the African is interested in herself. This has to be stated because in the historiography of Pan-Africanism, I've noticed over the past decade, it has been moving away from a race-first, unapologetically African position to one of Obamaism type of loving everyone on earth as much as we love ourselves. That's not Garvey. We respect every race. We hate no one, but we are our own priority. And we are unapologetic in saying that we are for the African thing only. Wishing other groups and movements goodwill does not take away from us being for the African thing. It's okay to wish goodwill to other people, but we must not be confused that when white folk or non-Africans attended the Marcus Garvey conventions, they attended them as guests, not members. There is no non-African membership in a Pan-African organization. If there's non-Africans in it, then it's not a Pan-African organization. Which takes us to another controversial tenet of Garveyism, and that is the refusal to accept non-African funding. One of the biggest contradictions of so-called Garveyites and Pan-Africanists here, there, and everywhere is claiming to be against white supremacy while you're being funded by white supremacy. The hand that pays is the hand that rules. You cannot be a Pan-African movement being funded by the government of Britain. You cannot be. It is a contradiction in ideology. The revolution will not be financed by your oppressor. It never was and it never will be, and we need to be clear about that. Now we got Chinese police stations in Africa. What Africa need with a Chinese police station? You got the Chinese building schools for African folks.
So we just went through 100 years of the white man. Now we're about to go through 200 years of the Chinese man. When will we learn?